Welcome to another edition of Cajun Classic Cars TV, episode number 66. Can you believe it? We're at Rick's Rods in Lafayette. We've got one of the Ricks, Ricky Guidry. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you.
We are coming from a hot day at a car show at Corner Bar in Lafayette. A lot of good cars.
It was awesome. I didn't hear the final count, but I'm sure it was 100 cars for sure.
Well, I can tell you I took pictures, and it was about in the 100 and some teens, about 120, something like that.
That's kind of what I had estimated, yeah. A lot of beautiful cars, too.
But today, what are we going to be featuring?
We got a 1965 Chevrolet Biscayne.
Can't wait to talk about it. It's coming up. But we can't do it without our sponsors. Here they are on Cajun Classic Cars TV.
Cajun Classic Cars TV is brought to you by Vicari Auction. Check out details at vicariauction.com of their October events during Cruise of the Coast in Biloxi. Goodwood Hardware and Outdoor on Jefferson Highway in Baton Rouge. Cajunhotrod and Collision. Hot rod and insurance work there in Baldwin. Also in St. Mary Parish. Chick's Burgers. And cover your classic ride with Crystal at Legacy Classic Insurance.
Cars TV, where your cars are the stars every time. Every time is every time. Every time is every time. Down the bayou where the classics roll strong. From chrome dreams to stories that shine. Cajun Classic Cars TV, where your cars are the stars every time.
So, Rick, tell us what kind of got your rear in gear and loving cars, man.
To be honest with you, my dad, I remember being maybe 8 years old. He had a 62 Impala, two-door black. It was my mom's car, actually, but he used to sit me on the fender, and I'd watch him work on it. He would work on a lot of hot rods for people even back then. Well, I guess some of them were actually hot rods then. The hot rods now, they were probably just normal vehicles.
They're normal cars.
Normal vehicles.
Now we hot rod them up.
Yeah. So I just always had a love for it, man. And then in high school, I got my first square body, started hopping it up. Didn't even want to tell my dad I'd go to a friend's house for the weekend and change the camshaft or whatever we do, And it just kept growing from there, man. And then I ended up working for Schilling in a mechanic shop. And then we were drag racing, me and a friend, and I actually got hired on full-time with a drag racing team. I did that till my son was born, and then I had to stay home. I was never home. So then I built the shop, and people started bringing me stuff to work on, and it just snowballed from there.
And the rest is history, as they say.
Yes, sir.
Is there a car in your lifetime, the one that got away, that you had to sell to buy diapers or shoes for the kids? I've had to do that a couple of times, or just you didn't have time for it. What's the story?
Yeah, my '84 C10, which was a really nice truck. I can show you my office. It's got probably 100 plaques. When my son started driving, I needed to buy him a vehicle. So I went ahead and sold it and bought him a military Hummer, and we fixed it up. That was his first vehicle. So yeah, that's kind of probably the nicest one I ever had that I regretted.
Car dinged up? Don't worry. There's help.
Hey, this is Tori of Cajunhotrod and Collision. Come see us for any of your bodywork, restoration, or custom paint needs. If you've been in an insurance accident, we deal with any insurance company on any claims. We have the tools here to color match your vehicle back to pre-collision condition. Any maker model, foreign or domestic, we'll take care of you.
Cajunhotrod and Collision in Baldwin. Small town shop, big time care.
Let's look at the Chevrolet lineup. There are 19 Chevrolet models in 5 series. The new Elegant Caprice series with 4 models, Impala Super Sport, 2 models, Impala, 6 models, Bel Air 4, and Biscayne, 3. 3 Biscayne models offer Chevrolet's big car quality at a low price and include a 2-door sedan, 4-door sedan, and a 2-seat 4-door station wagon. All Biscaynes and Bel Airs have new rectangular taillights.
Biscayne sedan seats feature a new pattern cloth with backrest top bolsters of two-tone vinyl. The Biscayne wagon has an all-vinyl interior and vinyl-coated textured metal on the cargo floor. There are 3 interior color choices.
So, Ricky, we're here to talk about this really cool Chevy Biscayne. Tell us about how you got it.
Well, it belonged to a customer of mine. I needed some other parts that he had that I wanted to get, so he said, I'll get you those parts if you get my Biscayne running, because it's been sitting in the garage for 3 years, or minus plus a few years, I don't know. So I said, man, I'd be glad to. So I went and picked it up, had to put a battery in it, barely made it here because of the old fuel, and man, I just loved driving it here. So I called my wife over and said, would you come look at this car? And she came and she said, yeah, I like it. I said, well, I'm going to call him and make him an offer. We had to do some negotiation, but in long story short, I ended up back with the car.
All right. Now, when you say negotiation with the guy or with your wife to get it? No.
No. My wife wanted it. Actually, I was going to buy it and flip it, be honest with you. And now she don't want to, because we do have some grandkids, and she loves the big back seat on the car. Yeah. My plan was to do some work to it, which I did mostly under the hood, take it to Cruising the Coast with a for sale sign. But I got outruled on that.
All right, we're going to walk around and talk a little bit about this car. Well, you know what? Before we do that, you were telling me it's got an interesting history.
Yeah, the car, we're going way back now. When I was a kid, basically, I started at Schilling. I'm sorry, high school. Let's start in high school. You guys remember there was DNR Speed off of Johnson Street, Danny Guidry and Larry Duria. Again, I was a kid, bought this 1974 square body, and I wanted to hop it up. So I would go to I became a little closer to Danny than Larry, but we all became friends. So I'd go and skip school. At least my mom don't know more. She passed away, thank God. And Danny would help me work on it. I'd buy the parts from him. We had a little stall in the back, so I got a relationship with Danny. Through that, he ended up moving to Danny Speed and Custom on Pinhook, and I worked right there on the road at Schilling. So I'd go there every day for lunch, and this older guy, gentleman, Herman Como. Any of the old hot rodders from Lafayette is going to know who Herman Como was. He only bought 65 stuff, and he only liked big blocks. So this was his car, and if you know him, he would never sell anything, but he would also never finish fixing them. Everything just sat in his shop in the country or his house on Ambassador.
Was he one of those guys that if you tried to buy some, he'd go, no, I'm not going to sell it, even though it's collecting dust?
He would never sell anything, and he didn't sell this car. But another good older hot rod, a little bit older than me, which actually worked for me for a while, his name's Garland Lejeune from Rain. He told Herman, he said, man, I'd love to have this car to go racing. And I think I got pictures of it actually on a racetrack in Eunice. That's how long ago it was. So Herman said, you take the car. We were all good friends. He said, take the car, do what you want with it. Just don't never sell it. So Garland did. He drag raced this car with a big block. I guess in the 80s, maybe, late 70s. And it ran low 12s back then, which was pretty quick for a heavy-ass car. Excuse my language. So Garland ended up getting beyond the point where he didn't want to do it no more. So Herman said, just give me all the receipts for every dime you spent on his car. Paid him and took the car back. And then Herman kept it till he passed away. And probably 18 years ago, when Herman passed away, the family commissioned me to sell the vehicles that he had. This was one of them that was complete because somebody else completed it. And he had an El Camino that he had bought with a blower, 65, that was also complete. So I sold both cars. A really good friend of mine bought this one. The other one I shipped to California, the El Camino. So my friend kept this for a while, blew the motor up on a Monday. He wanted to go to Cruising the Coast the next weekend. He said, man, I ain't gonna be able to go. I said, yeah, you can. So I ordered a 502, and we had it in, and we were at Cruising the Coast in it. So he kept it for quite a while, and then he sold it to another guy here in town. And that's the part where I went and get it out his garage because it hadn't ran in 3 years. So I ended up getting it running, and that's how the story. That's how I ended up with it. So I've literally been knowing this car since I was basically in high school. And it's been in Lafayette this whole time. So it's pretty cool backstory.
Hey guys, this is Crystal with Legacy Classic Insurance, where we're protecting your legacy one classic ride at a time. For information or help, 903-638-3838. Again, that's for your classic coverage, 903-638-3838.
Well, let's walk around and talk about some of the features of the car, Ricky.
Okay, well, like I said, it was an old school hot rod. So some of the stuff I didn't want to change, but actually when the first guy that I sold it to, we actually put an air ride on it, and then we ended up taking that off, so it's off. But we did put stainless steel brake corporation, 4-wheel disc brakes on it, so it has that all the way around. And we took the air ride off, we put some nice, really coil-over shocks. So it has some pretty cool stuff on it. Other than that, the only thing I did was end the engine compartment. It has this amazing V-gate for shifter, which I don't know how many of you know what a V-gate is, but once you're in first, all you do is pulling it. It's not an H pattern, which I kind of thought about maybe putting a Tremec in it, but everybody's like, you can't do that. That was Herman's car. That was one of the unique things Herman had in the car, or Garland, when he was drag racing it. And the only other things I did was put a 502 in it, did a little stuff to the 502, and we did some painting and some kind of cool things underneath the hood. Other than that, it's pretty much like I had got it when Herman had it many years ago.
The paint, is that an original paint?
No, believe it or not, when I tell you Garland Lejeune took this car out the weeds when it was just primer, Garland worked for Service Chevrolet, and he had this car painted at Service Chevrolet. So I'd have to ask Garland, but this paint job is over 30 years old.
There are 15 solid exterior colors, with 6 of them new for '66, plus 8 two-tones. All colors are Magic Mirror acrylic lacquer, which saves on waxing and resists fading and chalking.
Tell us about the wheels and the tires.
The wheels and tires I also bought when the first guy bought it after Herman passed away. They are Billy Specialty, and I'm a dealer for Billy Specialty, and Nitto tires. We did all that at the same time. We did the 4-wheel disc brake, and we put the tires and wheels on it. So, and for you, I don't know what a Biscayne is. It's a poor man's Impala. It is like the bottom line of the Impala. It had the Impala, the Bel Air, and then, it had, from the top bottom, you had Impala, you had Bel Air, and then you had the Biscayne. The only difference really in the body style is the Biscayne compared to Impala only has 2 tail lights. The Impalas have 3 tail lights.
Did you guys have to do anything as far as the chroming and stuff? Because I don't see a lot of pitting or anything like that.
No, actually, this is the same chrome, the factory stuff, actually. As far as I know, anyway. For 30 plus years I've been doing this car, I don't think anything has been chrome. But if you look at the bumpers close, they do have a little, some blemishes and stuff. But again, I like the car being pretty original. I go to car shows to have fun and meet people. If I win something, awesome. So I don't want to take too much away from the originality, especially because of the history of this car with Mr. Herman. So I like trying to keep it as original as possible.
You're cruising along Highway 90 between Lafayette and Morgan City. Your stomach's rumbling. We've got the cure for you. Chick's Burger in Baldwin. Po' boys, seafood platters, tasty homemade dishes, and of course their famous hamburgers. Top off your meal with delicious dessert, ice cream, shakes, and sundaes.
Hi, I'm Tara with Chick's Burgers, and if you're ever in St. Mary Parish, come out and check out the great food.
Order ahead before you exit. 337-578-6001.
Come see us at 502 Main Street, Baldwin, Louisiana.
Let's take a look under the hood. Show you what we got going on here. Like I was telling you earlier, one of the original things still from when it was drag races way back in Eunice is the line lock. It still does have the line lock for burnouts. Pretty much everything I think in the firewall I didn't touch, but I painted the inner fenders. Exactly, I put the 502, and for you guys don't recognize it, it's actually a Cadillac, old school Cadillac style air cleaner, which belonged to a friend of mine, Travis, which his truck was almost the same color as mine, and he went to something different, so he gave it to me. Everybody was like, paint it. I was like, no, I like just a slight contrast. And then I also painted all this, since we have it here in the shop. Did the filler panel, added the stainless steel screening. I had this made by a friend of mine here in town. I added the stainless steel screening to it. That's about all I've done so far. That really is a factory 502. I did add some different rocker arms and a couple of little things, but other than that, it's pretty much how it was drag raced many, many years ago. It had a 454 at that time, so now it has the 502. Just changing the fender cover, the paint, it was black, original. I just recently painted it. It really made the car pop, and this filler panel really does a thing. Now, my next is to do a new hood and actually I'm gonna fill it underneath to make it look a lot nicer, like we do in some of our cars. I'm actually gonna do a cowl, and I'm gonna use the color of the air cleaner, which is slightly different, to do some rally stripes on the hood. My truck was kind of like that. My truck was a dark green, and I had black rally straps on it, stripes. So you really couldn't even tell they were there unless I told you and you looked at it close. Because the truck looked black unless it was in the sun. So I kind of want to do the same effect on this car. Just have some rally stripes, just a little bit different tint on it. So that's my plan. That's probably the only other thing I'm going to have to add AC, because my wife's tired of sweating, especially days like today. Well, Brian, why don't we take a look inside? Check it out. Check out the inside. One of these unique things is this V-gate shifter I was telling you about. A lot of people don't know about it, but all you do is you lift up on this, put it in first, and that's it. It's second, third, fourth. That easy, that quick. Really good for drag racing. A little tough on the street, but anyway. And I was telling you, I still have the monster tack on the dash. And it also has the old style fuel gauge, which is on the outside, but you can see it as a driver. And actually, other than that, there's a little switch panel that we put in to where we can control stuff. And a few aftermarket gauges. Actually, when I bought it, it only had the water and the temp. But I really like knowing my voltage. So I added the voltage right there in the center. It worked out pretty good. And even though it's painted, it does have tilt steering. So that's kind of cool feature, especially when you get a little belly like me. You gotta get back up in there a little bit, you know, give you a little space. And then we have stereo, but it's a hidden stereo. So all we gotta do is hook a phone to the cable. So that's a pretty cool little feature. It has a really nice stereo, and it's pretty cool today with your phone. You don't have to, you don't have to have anything cutting your dash or any of that stuff. We installed a lot of those. So I still got these very old door panels. I'm not even sure if they were factory. I think they were on a Biscayne. Again, that's something I'd like to update. I'm just caught in the middle. Do I update it, or do I leave this car with all the history it has from Lafayette the way it is? So we'll see how that goes eventually. But I love the bucket seats. That's about it, man. It's just not a whole lot of feature comforts, but it's really fun to drive.
Well, the upholstery is in excellent shape. Any work, and the headliner, any work that needed to be done on that?
No, I hadn't touched it. This is exactly how this car's been since I've been knowing the car that long. Of course, the car only has 31,000 original miles. Some people don't believe that, but I've been knowing this car for over 30-something years. And besides being drag racer, drove around town a little bit. That's it. I mean, this car's probably never seen the interstate, or maybe ever. Maybe it's never been on the interstate, you know. In 65, not many people traveled very much. So as far as I know, that is definitely the original miles, 31,247. Brian, you want to hear it run?
Absolutely.
Well, let's fire it up. Got a couple of switches to flip on. Not an aircraft, but it got a few switches. Like that.
Pleasure seeing your shop, seeing this great Biscayne, man. Thanks for inviting us.
Thank you for doing it for us. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. You're doing a lot of great stuff for the car community, letting people know what's going on with shows, doing some sort of podcasting type stuff.
Yes, sir. My page is getting pretty much out there. So, yeah, I like to help people find out shows.
All right.
See as many people we can get, the more the better.
Oh, yeah. In the car community, man, we got to stick together. So they just on Facebook, they just look for Rick's Rods?
Rick's Rods, yes, sir.
Sounds good. Y'all be sure to do that. And thanks for watching. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Let's hear about them on Cajun Classic Cars TV.
Cajun Classic Cars TV is brought to you by Vicari Auction. Check out details at VicariAuction.com of their October events during Cruise of the Coast in Biloxi. Goodwood Hardware and Outdoor on Jefferson Highway in Baton Rouge. Cajunhotrod and Collision. Hot rod and insurance work there in Baldwin. Also in St. Mary Parish, Chick's Burgers. And cover your classic ride with Crystal at Legacy Classic Insurance.
Grab your keys, come right along down the bayou where the classics roll strong. From chrome dreams to stories that shine, Cajun Classic Cars TV, where your cars are the stars every time.